Hi, good day guys, Rocky here with yet another one of my videos. Today we're going to just do some continuation work with wamp server and linking wamp server a database with access. Now basically our database itself is actually stored using tables, right? And what a table is a collection of data, right, that is actually held in a structured format in or within the database itself. So the database itself contains tables, right, and these tables contains fields, or more or less like columns and rows that you put all the information in. So we open wamp server, right. You go to php myadmin. Remember, this is where you actually get to create your databases. That's shown in the previous video. Go to database. Now we are going to be creating a database for a spa. So let's say spa clients. Alright, so you have spa clients, the name. Create database spa clients. Right. So now that you have created that, you go to spa clients, and you have the opportunity here to actually create tables. Okay, so this is going to be for all the clients who come in and do massages, right? And you could create the columns here if you know exactly how many columns you want, or when you actually create a table, then you can insert columns. So we're just gonna do say 6 columns for now, right? And click go. Right, so this is your first table, your massages table, right? And you can start inputting the information. Now you have 6 columns here, right? So as you see up here, you can actually add more columns. When you click add the amount of columns you want to add, you click go, it automatically adds the columns to the table itself. Alright, so if you want to add another column, you click go, and here you see another table, another column has been inputted. Okay, so we'll name this first. Now this first column in the table normally is going to be like your ID column, right? So you put a customer ID. Alright, so you have your client ID, right? And this could be an integer. It can be even either text, date is up to you, but normally you leave it as an integer. Let's start along here. We have the client ID, we have the last name, first name. Right, so I have my client info here. You could also put in another column here, add another column for next appointment. And it's up to you. You can actually, if it is you want, you could actually run through all these here individually. So when you type in your last name, you automatically go and change, if it's going to be a text, if it's going to be anything, is up to you. Right. Next appointment, that's going to be a date and time, so you could put a date field here. Address is going to be text, or it could be varchar, because it could be both number and characters in there. Sex could be text. Sorry, telephone contact. Telephone is definitely going to be in varchar for that. Sex could be text. It's up to male, female, age, believe it as indent. Right, and obviously, so before you put in your lengths, your amount of values, how much characters is going to actually take up. Right, so we have here 20. Somebody long, could have some long last names. Okay, so we have we have one table created for the spark clients, and you can also create another table here if this you want to. And so that's basically it. So once you have, as you see here, we have the server. This is the server, is the WAMP server. The database that you're actually working in is the Spark client database, right? And you have the massage table, or the table is the massages, right? So this is the first table that was created here. Now what you can do is also, create another table. So you type in here, create another table, and it would go directly into this database here, right? And then from here we now go into our access and see if we could use or tweak the information that is on the access. So now that we have completed the table, let's check the structure of the table. As you can see, we have the clients, the name, first name, all these different things. If you have, basically 8 columns that is selected here, right? And now obviously, if it is you can actually select each and any one of these. If you want to make changes to the table, WAMP server allows you to select the column that you want to change, and you can either make a change to it either by name or anything else, or you can either drop it, meaning delete this table, right? Make it into a new primary key or anything like that, right? All the different changes you can be made here. Right, so we're not going to make any changes to these tables. So this is the table that we have. We're going to be now going into access and see if we could actually make changes to the information or add information onto this. This is just a blank table we have here now. We're going to pull it up in access. Okay, so let's go across here now to access. So we're going to open this, go open access, and we're going to run as administrator. Okay, we're going to open a blank desktop database, and we're going to rename this spa. Let's name it spa for now. Okay, I click create. So from here, external data, we go to that OBDC database, and we go to link the data source by creating a link table. So we're going to create a link table here. Click OK, and from here we're going to go to machine data. Now go to machine data, click new, go to system data source, right? And remember this, we're selecting this here, system data source is, you're specifying which machine you're actually getting the information from. Okay, so we go down here and you go to, remember we have to get access to the WAMP server, we have the OBDC connector that we had installed. So go to the MySQL OBDC, right, and then click finish here, right? And here we go. This is the MySQL connector that we have, and this is the configuration for it. So now here is where you actually put the information as we have done before. Okay, so the data source name is a unique name for the data source. Yes, here we have, this is the spa client. Only the spa client, right? It's up to you to put in a description. Now remember the host name for the SQL. Now remember this is the WAMP server, and the WAMP server, the host name will normally be the local host. So you need to put back here the local host. Okay, and also the user, for the user that I have created here, I normally have the user as the root. Right, so we have the local host and root. Now the reason why this is important is when you check for the database you want to link to, if it is not, if the username is incorrect, and obviously the server is incorrect, you wouldn't get the list coming up here. Okay, so what we want to get is the Spark clients, and it is seen here because it's the proper user and the proper server that we have. Test to make sure that you have actually, or you can actually connect it. So you see here, connection successful. Okay, and click OK. Okay, so we have here the Spark client coming in. Click OK, and now all the tables that you want to have is, you let's make sure and select all the tables that you want to use, and then click OK here. So now we have a link, as you see here. This is the massages table link. You open the massages table and you have all the information here. So remember those columns that we created: the client ID, last name, first name, age, sex, all this information here. These 8 columns are all here now and in your Access database. So that was it was created on the WAMP server, right? It's connected via the OBDC. You make that link and you have this link table here now. Okay, so now we can input information here. Now this is a okay, so now we start by inputting information. Now let's see, when you input the information into the Access database here, it should automatically go to the server. So last name, Tom Gray, age 25, sex male, phone contact, address. Okay, and as you see, we have for the next appointment, we automatically, because this is a date format, we automatically get a date box coming up. So we just create this for Thursday. Alright, so there we go. And we just continue by adding additional information to the table. So now that we have the entire list completed, let's make sure and save it. Okay, so it's saved here. So we'll just go across to the localhost information, check back here on massages table, load out, and now we have all that information that was previously sent here. Okay, so we have 10 clients on the list and all the information is here. Okay, so there we go. So here you can see that you can run your server here, run a database on WAMP server and have all the information linked to your administrative offices or whatever via using Access. So you can access all the information on the database using this linking table. Okay, so that's it for this video.